Now, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has used an official visit to Jerusalem by the United Nations Secretary General to criticize the world body for having what he called an absurd obsession with his country.
UN Chief Antonio Guterres arrived in the region yesterday on a three-day visit to shore up the Middle East peace process. His visit will include a stop in the Palestinian-controlled West Bank and Gaza Strip.
Yes, we want to pay a brief visit to this.
It's his first visit to Israel since assuming the reins in January. With peace talks long stalled, the Israeli Prime Minister turned his attention to the world body.
There is no question that we've had a troubled relationship with the UN. I think it has an absurd obsession with Israel, flagrantly discriminatory tactics. You don't have to be the Israeli Prime Minister to understand that. And I think people of good faith and common sense understand that.
The UN has been a consistent thorn in the side of Israel over its settlement activity deemed illegal under international law and believes the status of East Jerusalem must be decided through direct negotiations.
The UN is mandated to preserve world heritage, but UNESCO, a world body, time and again makes a mockery of that heritage, most absurdly, when it denies the connection 3,000 years old of the Jewish people to our eternal capital, Jerusalem. The UN is mandated to pursue peace, but it allows Palestinian hate speech to flourish in its institutions.
For his part, the UN chief pledged impartiality while affirming the sovereignty of UN member states and their views towards Israel.
I've been expressing my opposition, for instance, to the settlement activity, but clearly condemnation of terrorism, violence and incitement, and the understanding of the difficulties created by the separation between West Bank and Gaza. So there is here a number of complexities that require a strong wish for peace, but understanding that it will be a complex political process. And once again, my feeling that it would be good in parallel to that political process to have a dividend for peace, in which, of course, Israel has achieved in its economic development extraordinary results, but in which the Palestinian people could also be able to live better in the economic and social dimensions.
Guterres will meet Palestinian Prime Minister Rami Abdallah in the West Bank and visit UN facilities in the Gaza Strip on Tuesday. Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.